take some of the legitimacy of it, but I mean, yeah, I'm pretty proud. You know, being from the state, it's a pretty special thing to be the first one.
What's your favorite number of the three?
I'm honestly, I've never shot probably more than 10 free throws in a game in my life. So, but I think I shot 19. That's pretty cool. But the assists, I mean, that was just Josh Dix. That was easy. I was just throwing him the ball and he made everything.
I think you had 8 at halftime. Like, did you know that you were on triple-double watch going into the second half?
I didn't really know it until I thought I was close to a double-double because I told one of our coaches I was going to get 10 rebounds before the game. And then he's like, hey, one more rebound. And I'm like, all right, I got you. He's like, no, like, get one more rebound. Like, all right. So.
When Baldwin missed that free throw, when he went to the line, was this just, firmly in your mind, he's going to miss, get the rebound?
No, I mean, he's like 90% free throw shooter, and, you know, we've really struggled lately getting free throw rebounds, so I was just, you know, doing everything I could to make sure we got the ball and finish out the game, and then I think I realized it once they fouled, and that was a pretty good feeling.
Peyton, great players have come through here. I mean, you could list however many, but you are the first to get a triple-double. I guess putting that into context, what does it mean to you? I
mean, it's pretty special, you know, growing up watching, you know, so many great players and playing with so many great players, you know, J-Bo and Keegan and Chris, and watching Luka and Weezy, all those guys. I mean, you know, to be the first one's a pretty special feeling, but, you know, honestly, it means nothing if, you know, we can't get these last 2 wins and do something as a team. You know, that's kind of where your legacy is left, and you know, that's where my head's been at the whole year.
Peyton, I think thinking back to the last 3 years of talking to you, you've always kind of wanted to showcase yourself as more than a shooter. I mean, I guess going into, just with the performance tonight, you think you've kind of, in your play over the last couple months, you think you really kind of solidified your case that you're more than just a guy that can sit on the perimeter and make threes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, lately I really haven't been shooting the ball all that well from 3, but, you know, I'm still getting to the foul line. I've been getting to the mid-range and making plays for my teammates. I think, you know, I'm just out there kind of playing free, and that's a good feeling to run up and down and, you know, try and make plays defensively. Honestly, I'm most proud of the way that I've guarded this year, and you know, at times, you know, I've had a couple breakdowns, but, you know, I've really been able to showcase that end of the floor. I think I had 3 blocks tonight, so, you know, that's been, you know, where I'm most proud of and where I've worked the hardest in the off season, and just watching a ton of film, trying to get better.
You guys have struggled at times to close people out. You had that big 3 late. Just walk me through that one.
Yeah, you know, their press is tough, and if you can beat it up, then or blow it up, then you have stuff on the back line. You know, Laji threw me that deep ball for a wide open layup, and Josh kind of threw it over the top, and, you know, I've just stepped up and shoot it, and, you know, I've had a tough time. You know, late games, you know, you're trying to stay in a rhythm. Hadn't really hit that many shots, but I just kind of stayed confident and just let it fly, and you know, that felt good.
Hey, you had 3 blocks tonight. Can you just describe the type of passion, how hard you try to work on your defense side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, this off season, you know, talked to the coaches, talked to a bunch of people. You know, if I wanted to, you know, continue my career and improve as a player, I had to be on that end of the floor. You know, I did a ton of jump rope. I did a bunch of drills. Played one-on-one with Tony like all the time, trying to get better. You know, he's one of the fastest guys you go against, and that's definitely where, you know, my pride is, and I'm trying to showcase that for just you know, shut up the haters kind of, and you know, that's kind of, you know, I'm really proud of myself for the way that, you know, I've been down there, and obviously teams are still going to score. There's really good players at this level, but, you know, I'm doing everything I can to make it tough on them.
Do you feel like you guys are still getting better, and how do you kind of try to close that gap this last little bit of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we were 5-5, and we've just gotten blown out twice, and maybe even 3 times, and, you know, it wasn't a good feeling. But since then, you know, nobody's blown us out. Nobody's come in and dominated us. You know, every game it feels like we've had a chance to get a big win, and we've had a lot of leads. I think, you know, where we can improve as a team right now is closing those leads. You know, we did an okay job tonight. I think we can still improve, but you know, we're going to go on the road Saturday. You know, we're going to be in the game, and you know, we got to step up and make those plays down the stretch. I think if we can do that, you know, that's where we can make a jump and continue to play in postseason. Because, like I said, nobody's been dominating us at all.
Have you looked at the box score? That's the weirdest box. I mean, I think you were 3 for 11 from the floor, maybe, and you had 26 points. 19 for your previous high free throw attempts was 7.
Yeah, that's what 19. I thought. I didn't think I'd shot 10.
Previous high assists were 6. Was 6, 10. Like, where did this come from? Like, how can you? I mean, I'm not saying that against you. I'm saying like the 10 assists were like you had it in the first half.
Like I said, it was just Josh Dix. I mean, it wasn't like I made maybe a couple cool passes, but for the most part, I was just giving him the ball.
Peyton,
I'll take it.
I think it was 8 minutes to like 1 minute left. I think Penn State went on like a 14-5 run. You mentioned finishing games and closing things out. I guess, is there something you can pinpoint, like, as to why the offense maybe struggles over that stretch, or like how you can fix that issue?
I think we just get too stagnant. You know, we kind of go away from our motion too much. I think everyone maybe gets a little tense, but you know, that's going to happen. And I think where we had to improve is getting stops, which we got a fair amount of stops down the stretch to stay in it. And Illinois, it felt like, you know, we couldn't get a stop. When we played at Penn State, at Maryland, we couldn't get a stop when we weren't scoring. So, you know, that's where our improvement has to happen, because, you know, our offense is so good getting defensive rebounds and pushing it, and if you're not getting stops, I mean, you're slow. You have to play in the half court, and I mean, it's going to be a lot harder, especially against, you know, Big Ten defenses.
Patrick was talking about the urgency he felt like you guys played with tonight. Like, why do you think that was, and how do you try to sustain that?
Yeah, I think it's something, you know, we've been doing a lot better. The whole thing this season is playing 40 minutes, because we know we've had great stretches, but we've never really put together a complete game, and you know, we kind of know what's at stake. We know what we have to do, and everybody's bought in. I think that, you know, that's a special thing about this team, and, you know, I'm proud of everybody. And it starts in practice Thursday. We got to be ready to go again Saturday, and, you know, I know we will be, because, you know, we got good guys, we got winners, and we're going to find a way.
When you thought about the
Last
season, when you thought about the season, you know, as a leader, you probably hoped you would be in this position, right? With a week to go in the season, you've got still a lot, everything to play for, really.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, even 2 weeks ago, we go on the road and lose to Maryland, and you kind of look at the schedule ahead. You try not to look at it and hold, but I mean, you see what's coming. You see Wisconsin, you see at Michigan State, at Illinois, and, you know, we've been 3-1 in the stretch. We've played some really good ball, and you know, this is everything we could ask for. You know, that's why you got to show up to practice. You got to work as hard as you ever have, because, you know, this is what we've worked for. We gave ourselves a chance, and, you know, that's what I'm proud of everybody for. And, you know, everybody's came together. Guys that aren't playing, I mean, they're working their butt off in practice. So this is a total team effort, and, you know, we know what's at stake, and we're going to find a way.